This is the story of Altis in 1974. The communist takeover, the resulting naval battles between NATO and Warsaw Pact forces, and its eventual recapture by the British. The islands that would become the Republic of Altis and Stratis have known conflict from the early 20th century until modern times. Historians of Altis and Stratis tend to focus on events on land. But locals know they live on islands. They are surrounded and their lives are dominated by thalassa, the sea. And they know the control of the islands inevitably falls to those who exercise thalassocratia, sea power. Today has been a disconcerting day. The communist insurgency in Western Altis has struck hard. From morning, the Royal Altis Military Police Post at Chalkea has listened to the thump of faraway artillery. But the Altis Brigade does not have artillery. Later that morning, rumours spread the detachment in Athera could not be contacted. The worst was feared. A phone call to the station at Neokori around midday had the crackle of small arms fire in the background, and the news they were escorting government officials to Kavala. Then, in the late afternoon, a lengthy exchange of gunfire in the distance, to the northwest, in the direction of Dorida, the location of 1st Platoon, the Altis Fusiliers. Followed an hour later by a trickle of dejected soldiers moving south past Chalkea. The telephone rings. The sergeant in charge moves inside to answer the phone, hoping whoever is calling will provide some answers.
Hello, Chalkea? No, I am calling from Kavala. We made it safely with the government officials, and the provost marshal is with us. The governor evacuated by helicopter this afternoon. But we are not allowed to leave Kavala. No, we last heard from the Poros detachment around midday. They were going with 2nd Troop the Kavala horse towards the air base, and from there to Kavala. We haven't heard from them since. You have been ordered to evacuate. There is an airstrip to the south, near Ferez. Get there as soon as you can. Pyrgos is under siege, and the remaining Fusiliers are moving there now. I normally wouldn't ask, but a couple of lads have family in Neokori. They can't leave Kavala, but don't want their wives to fall into the clutches of the insurgents. Is there anything you can do? Well, avoid Dorida and Pyrgos if you can. There are rumors of roadblocks. The insurgents are probably getting ready to take the capital. North of Pyrgos, on the little island in the bay, there is a police boat on the beach. Take it and get to Neokori. We left the jeep at the police station at Neokori. Hang on, I will give you the addresses of the 2 residences. Once you collect the wives, get to Kavala as quick as you can.
He marks the key locations on his map. Insurgent checkpoints, the police boat, Neokori police station, and the addresses of the family members. The sergeant looks on as his comrades drive south to Ferez and safety. He ordered them to get to the evacuation point, while he goes to Kavala, via Neokori. Down at the end of the street, a section of the Altis Fusiliers retreating south from Derrida. He shrugs resignedly and goes inside to get his kit ready. His duty is not yet done. Binoculars, a Sterling Mark VI police carbine, a Webley Mark VI revolver, his webbing, a backpack, his Mark V police helmet, and extra ammunition, 10-round magazines for the Sterling. He walks down the stairs and takes a last look around the station that has been his home since arriving on Altis. He doesn't want to walk all the way to Pyrgos. Around the corner is a stable, and his favourite horse he bought only 9 months ago, for weekend rides around the island. A typical squaddy reaction to seeing an MP.
Target acquired.
Good to see defeat has not affected the squaddy's sense of humour.
Target acquired.
Here. Perfect.
Eyes on target.
Beats walking.
Clear.
Yes, he'll miss this town. Its churches and beautiful white and blue buildings, the rolling hills, and this, his last horse ride on Altis. Evacuation. Who would have thought it would come to this? Some time, and a short canter later, he finds himself at the southern outskirts of Derrida. Before him to the left, Pyrgos Bay. The firing from this afternoon has been replaced by an eerie calm. The town is quiet and seems deserted. Where are the insurgents? Ah yes, over to the left, he sees a roadblock. He is tempted to bypass the roadblock. But innocent people could get caught up in the violence. And besides, he cannot pass up the chance for some revenge for his colleagues in Athera. He turns around and rides off. From the hilltop he has a superb view, all the way to Pyrgos Bay. The roadblock off to his right, he gallops into the woods for a quick reconnaissance. This will do. His horse gallops off. Never mind. He moves into position. This is a good vantage point. He looks through his binoculars. Off to the right, the town of Dorida. On the road from Dorida to Pyrgos, an improvised roadblock, with 4 men. To his astonishment, he recognises 2 of the men at the roadblock. Petty criminals and troublemakers. They have graced the cells more than once. Are they really communist insurgents? Or just criminal opportunists staking out some territory? Either way, his duty is clear. And he has a plan. With their attention on Dorida, he will sneak up on them from behind, using the stone wall for cover. No sign they have seen him. He moves on, crouching low. Careful now, keep behind the vegetation. Use the creek line for the approach. And the bridge has cover. He readies himself, controlling his breathing. Surprise won't last, and he is outnumbered 4-1. Four men. Watching Dorita. First barrelman, then fireman, then the other two brightly coloured men. Yes, the known criminal, reputedly smuggling booze and girls. A Lee Enfield, serious hardware. His enforcer. The fourth man is also known to police. A local thug. Good. That will keep the civilians safe, in more ways than one, for now at least. And it sends a parting message to the insurgents. To the south for res and safety, but his destiny lies in the other direction. Now to find his horse. After some frustrating moments in the woods with his all-too-playful horse, he is on the road to Pyrgos. It was as if his horse somehow knew it was their last ride together. He urges the horse to a short gallop. The sun is setting and it will be dark soon. His horse enjoys the chance to stretch its legs. It is an exhilarating moment amongst the horror of the day. He passes a half-built factory, construction now abandoned, and wonders if it will ever get built. Ahead, Pyrgos Bay. Hopefully, the police boat is waiting for him on the little island. And not an insurgent ambush. Over to the right, something catches his eye. Another roadblock. He is tempted, but he needs to get across the bay and rescue those family members. and get to Kavala. He urges the horse onto a gallop to get away from the insurgent position. The island, up ahead. Riding his horse along an Aegean beach. A fine holiday under different circumstances. To his left, the capital of Pyrgos. Abandoned by the government and the Fusiliers, and certain to fall to the insurgents when fighting resumes tomorrow. The causeway is an exposed position. He gallops across. One last look back. What might have been. Now, to find the police boat. There it is, to his great relief, just up ahead, and near Kori across Pyrgos Bay. He leaves his horse. "You'll be all right," he says, sentimentally. "Plenty of grass. Do whatever you want." He would never admit it, but there is a lump in his throat, and it is hard to walk away. Time to get in the boat. He backs out quietly, just in case there is anyone around. And takes a last look at his beloved horse. Safely offshore, he powers up. Doing about 50 kilometers an hour, he makes good time across the bay. He wants to get to Neokori before dark. Luckily, it is July, high summer on Altis, and even at 8 o'clock at night there is enough light to see. Over to his right, NATO airbase Altis, but not NATO anymore. Ahead, Neokori. On the peninsula to his left, there were field hospitals during the Great War. He had ridden around the peninsula and had visited the war graves. Above him, the stars are out. Is that the Big Dipper? And some lights on in the town. The electricity is still on then. Approaching Neokori, he powers down. Keep the approach quiet. And run into the beach. From here, get the jeep from the police station, rescue the two family members, then on to Kavala. Easy. In the next episode, the Royal Navy supports a non-combatant evacuation operation from Kavala in the face of communist opposition. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe and donate. And stay tuned for the next episode.